incursion with a neighboring country. But we did not care because we are strong. We don't care if we don't have your McDonald's or your Big Mac. Sanction us, terrorists, bring it on, mother effer.
Well, shoot, we got another block coming up here, and this is Paul. Paul, are we basically just going to play a clip and you're going to do some commentary on it? Is that what you're thinking?
Yeah, so I think we can play the whole block. Okay. It's just a snippet, like a 6-minute snippet of Common Side Effects. It's a show I think everyone should check out. Definitely a show without like a political agenda. Then my friend Byron has his newest Real Russian News, which we played before. People seem to like. So the newest episode of that, it's only 4.5 minutes long. And then sort of 10-minute long, humorous, joke but serious, you decide, kind of video about how to disable one of those robotic dogs if it attacks you. And you can decide if this is a real serious video or if this is done in humor, but it is so well made and I just respected it so much. And who knows, we might be facing robotic dogs. It'd be good to know how to disable them or effectively get away from them. So
I very much want to know. Seven, you down for a little bit more?
Yeah, I've probably got another 30 minutes or so left.
Okay, cool. Well, then we're going to a block that has one of my videos I really
like.
So, right. So yeah, just stick around and we'll let you go here at the bottom of the hour. So
no worries.
Cool. All right, Colby, let's roll.
Well, actually, our research has shown overall that diarrhea is the most preferable side effect compared to, the depression, suicidal thoughts, or even constipation. Okay. All right. Next question.
Oh, God. My boss just said diarrhea on stage. I'm going to have to call you back.
Hello. Yes, my question is, when will this company stop the destruction it's causing not just to indigenous communities? Excuse me. I have the floor.
As we said,
the Peruvian highlands, to rare local plants, to
we have a whole
fungi,
system
to an entire ecosystem.
Can someone get security, please?
No, we don't need security.
Security, please.
Excuse
Look,
me.
buddy, we're not doing this.
Hold on. Let me finish. This company, your company, has destroyed fungal colonies that were there 3 million years. This is a Banisteriopsis. Does that mean anything to you?
Security,
It's been here since before insects. Hey, don't touch me.
Our top story, King Donny T. They call him King Donny T because the T stands for tariffs. He is tariffing the entire planet. A little tariff for you, a little tariff for you. He is giving out more tariffs than Joe Biden gave out hair Smiths for little children. It is terrible. Man, now the rest of the world knows what it's like. We had these tariffs for 3 years in Russia because we got into a little incursion with a neighboring country. But we did not care because we are strong. We don't care if we don't have your McDonald's or your Big Mac. Sanction us, terrorists, bring it on, mother effer. So many people are very angry about these tariffs, especially the they, them, blue-haired, angry cat people. They even compare great King Donny T to that of angry Austrian painter from 1930s and 40s who ran Germany. I could say his name, but I'll just get shadow banned and not get any traction from this YouTube video. Hashtag passive-aggressive tech tyranny. Anyway, you know who I'm talking about. But so many people compare King Donny T to this man I talk about with mustache like Charlie Chaplin. They say he is just like him. It is true. I am from Russia, and during Second World War, man with mustache, painter man, he killed 20 million Russians because of what he did in his actions. This is right. You say, is this from tanks? Is this from bombs? Is this from missiles? Is this from bullets? No, it was from tariffs.
Rogue autonomous weapons are caused by misaligned artificial intelligence. They are like ordinary weapons, only many times more powerful. They are highly intelligent and are difficult to outrun. They can navigate complex terrain. They can track and identify targets using thermal imaging and facial recognition. These are the three dangers. Surveillance. They gather valuable intel. Sabotage. They destroy vital infrastructure. Strikes. They can be deadly dangerous. You can protect yourself and your family. Later on, we shall show you what steps to take. To accomplish their objectives, they can be deployed by air using vampire drones. They can be equipped with mobility features like a robotic arm or outfitted with one of these weapon systems: an assault rifle, a sniper rifle, an anti-tank rocket launcher, or a flamethrower. Although they hunt alone, They can also be deployed in a pack for maximum damage. This is called a swarm. A swarm can communicate and coordinate to achieve its objective, killing sentient life. If you are being attacked by quadrupedal autonomous agents, these are the sounds you must recognize. First, if an attack is coming, then you will hear the hum of drones in the sky. They sound like this. Next, their mechanical movements and operating sounds. Although quiet when alone, if a swarm is on the move, they sound like this. You may also hear the swarm communicate, like this. The heat signature of a robot dog is the same as a rabbit's, making them difficult to detect with thermal imaging. But if it is dark, mounted optic lasers or glowing sensors can be seen with the naked eye.
That was very good. Hilarious, but also like great advice.
Right? Can you see why I was confused whether it was like genuine? It's so well made, but it's like kind of funny in parts, but like, is it ironically funny or is it like, because it's kind of serious? It's
It
just
really
like,
is very serious. It's like good operational security, but I think one of the giveaways for me was like when it was like saying the acronyms, it was like staircases, and like the words it was giving you to help remember were like more complicated than
exactly.
Yeah, I was like, okay, that's funny. It's a good comedic device there.
So what'd you think of common side effects?
Well, I mean, that was amazing. So it seems like from what I gathered, it's like this it's almost like a Michael Crichton novel or something where he's like this guy invents a new drug and now all the pharmaceutical companies are after him trying to smash him down or something.
Yeah, or using the DEA as their like enforcement arm. It kind of pulls the curtain back on that kind of stuff, and then you've got the CEO of the company, and then who's above the CEO is sort of a shadowy Klaus Schwab type character. And yeah, there's a lot of good plot and a lot of good character development and stuff, and it's at times both funny but also poignant and serious. And it's just in terms of like storytelling that elucidates a point that are sometimes hard to make in a conversation. You can send somebody a piece of media and it kind of makes the point for you. I found that, yeah, if you watch the first 2 or 3 episodes of Common Side Effects, you'll be like, okay, I want to see where this story is going. And where it does go is kind of like informs where our own options might be going when it comes to medicine and food and all these different things that we're dealing with in terms of health.
Wow.
Yeah, I'll be honest. When I've seen it pop up a couple times when I've been, it's late at night or whatever, and I was like, oh, so it's a show.
Tim Pool, a man who built his reputation on transparency, anti-establishment.
Whoa.
Sorry there. The ghost of Tim Pool just cut you off somehow, which is super eerie.
All good. It must be that new hookup that Netanyahu got for him.
That's right. They use it to overpower our stream. That's right. Okay, well.
Spooky look.
We noticed. Thank you.
Yeah.
But please go on, Seven.
Yeah, I just thought it was just a show about some guy that made like some new super potent magic mushroom, and I kind of wrote it off on like face value. But from that clip, I think I'm going to give it a shot.
Thank you. The reason it caught my attention, because I had the same reaction, I was just like, oh, another cartoon. It's so edgy, drug dealers. It said Mike Judge. I was like, Mike Judge, he made Beavis and Butthead, Office Space, Idiocracy, some of the most like prescient but also entertaining stuff. And I know his political views are kind of like, I don't want to say in alignment with ours, but he's definitely, out of all the people making stuff in the entertainment industry, he's a lot more aware of these dynamics. So yeah, the fact he's
This is Mike Judge? I didn't know it was Mike Judge.
Yeah, well, that's why I put it in the program right before yours. Because so originally this was supposed to be a piece from my Chet System channel, and I uploaded it, and it got flagged for having the clips from Common Side Effects, and it said no one can watch this video. And in that video, I'm like plugging Mike Judge and then talking about Beavis and Butthead, and then I referenced Scott's awesome impression of Beavis and Butthead, and then I programmed it on the list tonight so it would become right before his Beavis and Butthead segment.
Oh,
but
now
I had other ideas
all the way in, dude. I am so. I didn't know it was Mike Judge, dude. Okay, I'm a Mike Judge junkie. This is
You
great.
will it's right up your alley, Scott.
Oh, thank you, God. Thank you, Paul. This is great. I love it. Amazing. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, I am pumped. I'm choking over here. I'm so excited. That is amazing. Okay. All right. Game changer. Complete game changer. And then your friend, tell us a little bit about your friend, a Russian news reporter.
Yes, that is Sergei Putinsky, who is, of course, played by my friend Byron Bertram, who is a comedian in Vancouver. He was just in Austin, Texas, trying to get on Kill Tony. And we get together every couple of weeks and produce like a little piece of media. He's the one who played Trump in our Kamala versus Trump Street Fighter 2 video, which you might have seen if you watch Grand Theft World regularly.
I remember that.
And we have other stuff in the can. We have a Jeopardy sketch with him and Kamala doing battle on Jeopardy, but we're going to release that one in a little while. It's like a retrospective. And if you check out YouTube at Byron Bertram, then you can see more of his stuff. He's a pretty funny guy, great impressionist, and a good friend.
That's awesome, man. Very cool.
Twice a year, I teach a course called Autonomy. It's a 12-week course. It teaches leadership, entrepreneur skills, executive skills, all these types of things that I saw were taken out of our education system in order to make the schooling or indoctrination system that we've all probably went through. And it has served us well enough to be interchangeable cogs in the machine of the globalists. But if we want a homestead, if we want write our own ticket, work from home job, work from anywhere type of situation, they're not exactly handing those out at the end of college. They give you a piece of paper and they're like, good luck. So reality is dropping us off here, but the demands of reality are up here. So I created Autonomy to help people close that gap for themselves so they can level up their skills to the demands of the situations that life is putting in front of us presently. Life's demands of intellect and understanding precision and complexity are ever increasing. The schooling didn't prepare us for it. The media is not going to do anything but reinforce what schooling prepared us for. And so we're going to have to take a leadership position and take steps off the beaten path to kind of blaze our own trail in life. What makes the Grand Theft World podcast unique, invigorating, exciting, and informative? Most other podcasts out there are either doing straight up interviews or they're just covering the daily news. They're covering current events from the day they happened. And that is effective. It's useful. It's a great starting point. And then sometimes these current events change during the week past the first story. So we like to give it a little time. You have to wait till some of the dust settles on these stories in order to give them accurate coverage. And the other thing that's really missing in the media landscape is covering the articles that are coming out every day. That's great. That's necessary. But who's bringing in contextual history so that you can understand what has been going on for decades and decades to lead up to the machinations and actions that we see unfolding today? So what we do here on the podcast is we cover current events. Many of these things are censored, but we wait about a week. As a forensic historian, I focused mainly through my career on the history of globalism and collectivism and things that they call maybe the New World Order. There's a lot of facts to these sort of circumstances, groups, events, activities, working groups that they've had over time. So for Grand Theft World listeners, we not only break down the current events, most of which that are censored during the week, we provide you with contextual history, we give you the source notes, the references, we do deep dives, and this really empowers you with an understanding of context and history so that you can make more informed decisions in your life. There's also a community, a membership where you guys can actually ask questions and we can get into the show and we can share evidence. And there's a town hall weekly for Grand Theft World for those who listen to it and are interested in covering the stories that we don't get to during a 6-hour show. Listening to it an hour a day, you could easily consume the week's news, but you're going to have substance and meaning and context and understanding. And with that, you can make higher quality decisions in your life. So if you're interested in more quality in your life, go to grandtheftworld.com, click podcast at the top, and we'll see you there. Thank you.
These allegations are false.
This isn't Grand Theft Auto, folks. This isn't a video game.
What are the most surprising things that you discovered once you started pulling on that thread? Who he was connected to, what institutions he was influential over, what events he participated in?
Come on, man. What are we talking about? Come on, man. No.
You don't have to think about it, dude.
I got this quote because you said you didn't know much about Klaus Schwab. I made it my job as soon as this happened, I'm like, okay, this guy's their front man. Let me learn about the official history of the World Economic Forum. I got their 40-year history. I got every book that Klaus Schwab has written or ghostwritten. I went through those books. This is one of the most interesting passages.
Come on, man.